I think for me, because I was an immigrant, because I had bad grades, my whole life I was losing, that by the time I was a grown-up, losing and fear didn't mean anything to me. So I got lucky in so much adversity as a child. I think if you haven't had that, or even if you had that, you still fear it because of the way your parents judged, you have to practice. It's, like you have to practice doing things that you are scared of. It's very true. It's like, when people talk to me about fear, it feels so heavy. I'm like, it's like swimming or kissing a boy. You were scared of that when you were young until you did it, and then you were, or talking to me, right? But then practice gets you there. So you have to practice things that feel scary, and then you'll get more used to them. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
The number one thing you can do for your confidence is to do scary things. When you come up against something that's scary, that's difficult, that's hard, and you don't do them, you're telling yourself that you can't and that you suck. You're teaching yourself with every inaction that you're the kind of person who plays small. You need to flip that thinking. It's scary, you do it. It's scary, you're jumping, because you do scary things. So I was talking to Alex this morning on my team. Alex helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, Canada's largest salsa dancing business, maybe North America's. We need to figure out that number actually somehow. Businesses are private, so it's hard to figure it out. But anyway, I'm talking to Alex this morning, and he, as part of his daily challenge, is doing Omegle videos. So Omegle, if you don't know Omegle, is a platform where you can chat with strangers. And his goal is to connect with people around the world and get better at coaching, motivating, inspiring, helping them feel his who, which is belong. And so he does this every morning. You press a button and you just get paired via video with some random stranger based off of certain interests. And so he had some guy on today, and he said, Evan, you need to hire this guy for your business. He was so great. He's got such a big heart. His one word is love. His who is love. You need to hire him. I said, well, why don't you hire him? Why don't you bring him into TDS? Why don't you recruit him? And he said, you're right. And I need to not be scared. And he's putting this pressure on himself to not be scared. And I said, no, it's not that you need to not be scared. If you're not scared, it's because you're living a life so small that you're just photocopying the same day over and over and over again. You want to be scared. If you have things that make you scared, it means you're growing, you're learning, you're getting better. If there's nothing in your calendar that makes you scared in the next month, you hate your life. That's actually most people. Most people don't have anything in their calendar that is scary, and they look at their calendar ahead and they hate their life. They're bored. They're photocopying the same day over and over again. You don't want that. So the goal isn't to not be scared, because that means you're playing small. The goal is to find things that are scary and then to teach yourself that you do them. And so he reached out and said, okay, you're right, I'm going to reach out. So he reached out to them, and we'll see. That was just today. See what happens. We had another example where the security guard in my building here is just one of the most loving, warm people that you're ever going to meet. I've seen a lot of security guards, I guess, over the years of being in hotels, living in hotels, and being here. And there aren't that many people who are as friendly as she is. You walk in and she's warm and she's kind and she's waving hello and she's asking how you are. And even if you've never met her before, she's still giving you basically a hug from afar. And I told Alex, you need to recruit this person. You need to come over here and you need to recruit this person. And so he eventually drove over here, over to my place, and he was scared. It took him half an hour or so before driving because he wasn't sure what he was going to say. Like, how do you come over and say, hey, I want you to join my salsa dance school. I think you'd be a good instructor. Super random and creepy, right? So eventually he did it. And he had a conversation, and Alex used to be a security guard, and she's a security guard, and he wanted to be a cop, and she apparently wants to be a cop. And anyway, they got to talking, and he said, hey, I want to teach you how to be an instructor. Are you interested to have the impact that you want to have? And she said yes, and they just started their training. But again, it's a case of doing scary things. That's not typically how we would recruit an instructor. But when you find an opportunity and you get this idea, especially for entrepreneurs, you get this idea in your head that you want to do it. The fact that you want to do it and it's different, it means that it's going to be scary. Your big dreams, your big goals, the impact that you want to have is all on the other side of scary. And the worst thing you can do is teach yourself that when you hit something scary, you play small, because that becomes a pattern that then becomes hard to break. Because every time you do it, you're teaching yourself, I play small, I play small, I'm too scared, I can't do it, I play small, I play small. That's the record that then loops. You need to break that record. You need to snap that record in half and replace it with the I do scary things, because everything you want Everything you want in life is on the other side of you saying yes and doing scary things. Okay, so how do we do scary things? How do we summon the courage that we need to lean into the difficult things? 3 steps, let's go. Step number 1 is scary, difficult, or hard. These are the triggers that I use for myself. It's so hard to actually figure out when you're making the mistake. We're so good at finding really logical excuses and reasons, let's call them reasons because they're not excuses, right? We're so good at finding really logical reasons why we shouldn't do something, but really you're just afraid. You wouldn't believe a really stupid reason. So you're gonna find a really smart reason why you won't do it, but really you're just afraid. And so trigger words for me are scary, difficult, or hard. If I ever say scary, difficult, or hard, if my wife, my son, my friends, the people around me, my team ever hear me say, right, they can't hear me think, but when I think it, scary, difficult, or hard, they call me out. I try to call myself out too to say, now I have to do it. Because scary, difficult, or hard are no longer good enough reasons. Again, as long as it's not going against your core values, you're not hurting somebody, you're not doing something stupid, right? Most of the things that are scary, difficult, or hard for you are really just, at the end of the day, somebody else's opinion. You're not worried about failing, you're worried about failing in front of somebody else. And that is not a good enough reason for you not to take action. So when you hear, write, or say scary, difficult, or hard, that means it's go time. You run in, you jump towards, let's move. Step number 2 is the boom, boom, boom test. And that's your heart going boom, 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 boom. So scary, difficult, or hard are our thoughts, our language. Boom, boom, boom test is physical. When you're feeling your heart going boom, 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 that means you're scared. It's the same thing. It's just a physical version of it instead of you actually vocalizing or thinking it. And so, same reaction. When you feel your heart going like this, when you can catch it, you may not always catch it, that's okay. But when you catch it, what do? Because when you catch yourself feeling scared, do you again find a logical reason why you can't do it and force yourself to play small? Or do you say, ooh, I'm feeling it, it's go time, right? Again, you want to teach yourself, scary, difficult, or hard, or your heart's going boom, 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 go time. We do it, we jump in, we move forwards, we demand action. And then step number 3 is tie your self-worth to the effort, not the result. This is another big mindset shift that if you can make, it will change your life. Most people tie their self-worth to the result, to winning, to getting a certain outcome. If you do that, if that's how you base your self-worth, right? I only get my confidence, my pride, my self-love when I get a certain result. You're only gonna play small for life because you're only gonna take on the projects where you know you're gonna get a result in. So you play small for life. Where most successful people, they don't know they're gonna get a result. They're trying a whole bunch of new stuff all the time. They're constantly failing, but they don't tie their self-worth to winning. They tie their self-worth to the effort. If you tie your self-worth to the effort, most days you'll wake up and you may not win. You may not get the result you're looking for, but overall, you're gonna accomplish way more things than a person who ties their self-worth only to winning. So learn, practice, pat yourself on the back for when you tried your hardest. You tried your hardest to make your first YouTube video. It sucked. Who cares about the results? Nobody liked it. It only had 1 comment and it says, you suck. Great. You pat yourself on the back, say, I did my best. I'm gonna wake up and tomorrow I'm gonna do it again. If you did that every day, your life will change. The impact that you wanna make will come true. You'll be able to build the actual business and life that you deserve, that your family deserves, that the people around you deserve. Can you tell I'm excited about this, guys? You have to learn to tie your self-worth to your effort and not the results that you're getting. Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Evan, thank you so much for having a couple seconds and being able to tell the Believe Nation a little bit about Empathy Wines. It means a lot to me that you would take this valuable real estate and time on your channel to give me some love. It means a lot. It's just good karma points, and so you're awesome. Thank you. Believe Nation, if you're into wine at all, go to empathywines.com. My whole career's work was poured into producing a wine that rivaled $40 to $60 wine for 20 bucks a bottle. I'm just super excited about this subscription-based wine business. You can order 3, 6, or 12 bottles in subscription form, rosé, white, red. If you search on Instagram or Twitter, you will be blown away. People are literally like, I don't even like Gary Vee, but the wine's good. Super proud of the effort. Thanks, Evan, for the time. Wishing you guys all happy and healthy.
If you want to see the last one-on-one I did with Gary Vaynerchuk, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I'm talking about something that the world thinks is a contradiction. I don't understand why anybody should ever verbally dress down an employee